Caitlin Clark is rewriting the rules of basketball. But is she the hero the WNBA needs, or the lightning rod it can't handle? At just 23, she's packing arenas, breaking records, and sparking debates that have the internet in a chokehold. From logo threes to triple doubles, Clark's game is undeniable. Yet every move she makes gets clipped, twisted, and thrown into a firestorm of hot takes. Let's dive into the story of a rookie who's already a legend, and why her rise is shaking the sport to its core. Nobody expected a kid from Iowa to turn the WNBA upside down in her first season. In 2024, Caitlin Clark didn't just play. She dominated. She tied Diana Taurasi's record for 20-point, 10-assist games, hitting 9 in just 41 games, while Taurasi took 565. That's not a stat, it's a statement. She's pulling crowds so big that teams are swapping out arenas to cash in on the Clark effect. Every city she hits, jerseys sell out, tickets vanish, and fans, kids, parents, even grizzled sports dudes, are glued to her every move. But it's not just about numbers. It's about how she plays, fearless, flashy, and always one step ahead, like she's got the court mapped in her head. Then came the Chicago Sky game in June 2024, the one that broke the internet. The Indiana Fever, led by Clark, faced Angel Reese and the Sky in a matchup that pulled 2.7 million viewers, peaking at 3.1 million, the most-watched WNBA game ever. Clark was surgical. 20 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, a triple-double so smooth it felt like a warm-up. Reese, known for her rebounding grit, couldn't keep up, finishing with a stat line that whispered instead of shouted. But one moment stole the show: Reese's hard push on Clark during a rebound. Clark called it out to the ref, a textbook take foul, but the internet had other plans, and what happened next would spark a fire nobody saw coming. Clips of that foul spread like wildfire, but they weren't the full story. Social media chopped the footage, skipping Reese's push and zooming in on Clark's reaction, painting her as the villain. Suddenly, X was flooded with takes. Clark's entitled, Clark's soft, Clark's the problem. Pat McAfee wasn't having it. On his show, he tore into the lazy edits and manufactured drama, calling it what it was: a hit job. They cut out the first foul and made Clark the bad guy, he said, pointing out how Reese's shove on Natasha Howard got buried. McAfee's rant wasn't just defense, it was a wake-up call. Clark's not here to play nice, she's here to win. But the spin didn't stop there, and it revealed something deeper about the pressure she's under. Being Caitlin Clark isn't just about sinking threes from the parking lot. It's about carrying a league on your shoulders while dodging shade from every corner. Veterans drop subtle jabs in interviews, hinting she's overhyped. Pundits question if her fame is deserved. X posts from May 2025 show fans split. Some call her the GOAT, others say she's a media creation. Yet Clark stays quiet, letting her game do the talking. Off the court, she's navigating a minefield. Expectations to elevate the WNBA, represent Iowa, and stay perfect under a microscope. One misstep, a heated moment, a bad game, and the narrative shifts. But here's the thing. She hasn't cracked. Not once. And that strength is setting her apart. It's not just about Clark versus Reese, though the rivalry sells tickets. It's about what Clark does for everyone around her. In 2024, she turned the Fever into must-watch TV, lifting teammates like Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell to new heights. Her no-look passes and full-court dimes aren't just flashy, they're game-changers. Think Steph Curry in his prime, redefining what's possible with a basketball. Clark's doing that for the WNBA, forcing defenses to rethink how they guard her. One X post from April 2025 nailed it. Clark's passing is like she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Her vision isn't just winning games, it's winning over doubters. But there's more to her story than flashy plays. The numbers tell a truth nobody can spin. By May 2025, Clark leads the WNBA in assists, averaging 8.5 per game, and has more triple-doubles than anyone in the league. A recent anonymous GM poll reported on ESPN named her the player most would build a franchise around, above legends, like Aja Wilson or Breanna Stewart. That's not hype. That's respect from the people who sign the checks. Her logo threes? They're not just shots. They're daggers that shift momentum. In a March 2025 game against the Sparks, she dropped 28 points, including a 35-footer that left the crowd roaring and social media buzzing. Ex-users called it Curry-esque. But even with the stats piling up, some still try to downplay her. Why? That's where it gets messy. Clark's rise isn't just about basketball, it's a cultural earthquake. She's forcing the WNBA to evolve, whether it's ready or not. Teams are moving to bigger venues to handle her crowds. The league's 2025 schedule gave the Fever 41 nationally televised games, more than any team in history. Ratings are soaring, with Clark's games averaging 2 million viewers, per Nielsen data. Yet some old guard pundits and players resist, clinging to narratives that she's just another rookie. Posts from May 2025 show the divide. One user wrote, "Clark's carrying the WNBA, but they won't admit it." Another called her the future. The resistance isn't about her game, it's about what she represents. A new era where one player can shift the power balance. And that scares the gatekeepers, so where does this leave us? Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a movement. At 23, she's rewriting records, packing stadiums, and dragging women's basketball into the spotlight. The controversies, fouls, edited clips, rivalries, only prove her impact. Every debate, every hot take, every ex-post arguing her greatness or questioning it adds fuel to her fire. She's not here to fit someone else's story. She's writing her own, one triple-double at a time. Years from now, we'll look back and say, this was the moment the WNBA changed forever. So, what do you think? Can Clark keep rewriting history? Or will the noise finally slow her down? Drop your take below, and let's keep this conversation going.